Welcome back to the show. Prince Charles has made history overnight, delivering the Queen's speech to the British Parliament. It is the first time Her Majesty hasn't delivered the address in nearly 60 years.
In these challenging times, Her Majesty's government will play a leading role in defending democracy and freedom across the world, including continuing to support the people of Ukraine.
For more, we're joined by royal editor at the Daily Mirror, Russell Myers, from Manchester in the UK. Russell, Prince William was at Charles's side, the two future monarchs there in the waiting. It was a very symbolic moment, even though Her Majesty wasn't there.
Well, it was, yeah. Good morning, David. Good morning, Billy. I think we're seeing history evolve in front of our eyes here. Just the third time that Her Majesty has missed the state opening of Parliament in her 70-year reign, and the previous two were when she was heavily pregnant with her youngest children. And you give Prince Charles cutting a figure that we may get to see him as king. I mean, he took on the role at the 11th hour. Her Majesty pulled out due to these mobility issues that she's suffering with, but Prince Charles and Prince William, quite symbolically, stepping in jointly, despite Prince Charles reading Her Majesty's speech. So I think this is a sign to come, because we have been talking quite a bit about the Queen pulling out of several high-profile events because of the issues she has moving about, and this is definitely a sign of things to come.
Yeah, look to the future. And speaking about the future, the Queen's Jubilee, and Prince Charles actually concluded the 8-minute speech by referring to that. What did he say?
Well, he did, and I think it's quite good news if we're looking towards the future, because there have been fears about how much the Queen could make of her Platinum Jubilee just a couple of weeks away. And Prince Charles said that she's very much looking forward to it. I mean, this is something that we'll all be thinking about how much she can possibly make, because so many plans have been put in place for the Queen to actually attend today's state opening of Parliament, travelling by car, going up in a lift, shortening the distance that she had to walk to the House of Lords, and yet she still couldn't make it, unfortunately. So everyone will be wishing her well, and everyone will be keeping their fingers crossed that she can at least make some of the celebrations, because it's all about her, and it's all about saying thank you to a remarkable woman who has served 70 years.
Yes, indeed. So now you are in Manchester, which is where we find you this morning. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge have attended a memorial for the attack on the 27 Arena up there. In his speech, William made reference to his mother.
Well, he did. I mean, incredibly
emotional. With his own grief, I also know that what often matters most to the bereaved is that those we have lost are not forgotten. There is comfort in remembering, in acknowledging that, while taken horribly soon, they lived. They changed our lives. They were loved, and they are loved.
Forgive me there, Russell, I should have let you know that was coming, but a very moving speech, and he did reference his mother a little bit later on.
Well, he did. I mean, as I said, an incredibly moving occasion today to pay tribute to the 22 people who were murdered on the 22nd of May 2017 by a bomber who walked into the Manchester Arena and detonated a rucksack bomb while children were watching the Ariana Grande concert. Absolute horrific bloodshed, the youngest being just 8 years old. And Prince William and Duchess of Cambridge were invited to be present at a memorial that has just opened in tribute to those people. And as you saw there, referencing his own grief and speaking very candidly to the people that had gathered. And as I say, I was present. It was incredibly moving to meet those families. And I just think Prince William did them proud today. We're speaking to some of the families, and they were particularly accepting of him being there. They wanted for him to be able to celebrate the lives that have been lost. And I think that from him saying that they will never be forgotten, it was quite a solemn but an occasion we won't forget.
It was indeed. Russ, we'll leave it there. We'll speak to you a little bit later on. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Russell.